Ooh, wow. What? Die, die, die. Yo, what is going on, everyone? Today I decided to start a bit earlier since it's meant to be a short stream. Oh wait, let me adjust some settings first. Hey, hello Angel. Good to see you. Oh, I had a super duper long day at work today, so I decided to start a bit earlier, then probably also have a short stream today to catch up with everyone, since last week I was actually I didn't actually came online to stream and catch up with every one of you as well. Hey, hello, good evening, Darkness. And how was your day, Angel? I hope it was good. Darkness, are you actually having fun with Yelan? Because I can recall correctly, you actually like her a lot. Oh. Too bad this E doesn't affect this spiritual tower. But actually overall it's still good enough. This E itself, the damage is actually really fantastic. And the animation cast is so fluid as well. Good evening, Potato Main. And good evening to you as well, the Caprio. I think that is the best way I can address you. So have you guys actually seen the official Genshin Impact announcement of the weapon banner? Oh my god. The weapon banner, when I actually saw it, I saw the memory of dust. Oh, I knew that, okay, that's it. The weapon banner probably is going to be a very scary experience for many players. I will always be a Xiao and Raiden main, but she's third. Wait, what? I didn't know about it. Yeah, if you follow the Genshin Impact official Facebook, they actually announced the Ito's banner and as well as the upcoming weapon banner, which the moment, like I say, when I saw the memory of dust, it's going to be quite a disaster, you see. I mean, I got Red Horn on its first run. If you happen to get the Red Horn stone treasure, that means it's definitely a good thing, because it really pairs very well with Ito. Provided if you have intention to run Ito. The thing is that the memory of dust is a very questionable weapon. That is the, for most of the part, a 5-star weapon which gives you attack and also further on stacks more and more attack. It's not a very valuable weapon considering it's a 5-star. Personally, I have multiple copies of Memory of Dust, and I think it is almost non-existent in my memories that I have actually used it. I believe that I did use it a couple of times, but it doesn't really provide much value, because if the weapon substat is actually attack percent, then you have a lot more work to be trying to stack the critical rates, because you know critical rates, currently there are not a lot of alternative ways to get critical rate aside from resonance or probably certain skills. Where is the commission? Oh no, I went the wrong direction. Holy shit. I'm so far away, I need to go again. Hello, ciao bro. Yoimiya rerun where? I'm actually quite surprised that Yoimiya rerun took so long. And when was she released? I think Inazuma patch actually came at around July 2021, and that was the first Inazuma banner, was it? Yoimiya. Plus minus, I think. Or I cannot remember Ayaka's first or Yoimiya's first. Ayaka already had a rerun, and it was a pretty long rerun, you know, because due to the delay. And pretty surprised that until now I didn't see any Yoimiya rerun. Hey, and also really welcome back to you, ciao bro. I know that you are really very busy, and I also noticed that that you didn't really have a lot of time playing Genshin as well. So good to have you here, because I miss you, man. What is on the banner? Let's just have a look again. Hey Ion, what do you think about Genshin's future? Honestly, I really think it depends on how they are going to do with the Dendro. That if the Dendro experience proves to be a good and refreshing experience, right, then it might actually entice more players to want to try the game or even come back. They really have a good chance and a shot on this one. Oh no. Hey wait, I'm an archer, right? Hey! Oh! Oh, bastard, this guy. Oh my god, miss you too. Haha. Yeah, really, because every week, I mean, all of you guys are here. I really mentioned this multiple times, a lot of times really. You guys are really very important to me. The motivation and reason why am I doing live streams? Because with support from you guys, right, then definitely I will have more reason to continue to do Genshin Impact, which is a game that I enjoy. Ayaka and Yoimiya's banner was the first banner in Inazuma. Yeah, that's correct. So yeah, I can see that Yoimiya's banner is really very long already. Was there a rerun? I think I really had a very long day at work today. My memory is failing me. I know Kazuha did not have his rerun, that is for sure. Yoimiya was there? If there isn't, then these two characters are really being withheld for so long, which I have no idea what is the reason why. Kazuha is strong, everybody knows. Yoimiya is definitely not as popular as Kazuha. But yeah, of course it doesn't mean that Yoimiya is not good. It depends on each and every user experience, how they game it. For me, I personally enjoy playing Yoimiya. But I do know that some of the players, they don't really appreciate her playstyle or may find her a bit underwhelming. That is at least what I've seen from the feedbacks here and there before. How do you feel about Cookie? You know, actually, to be very honest, right, Cookie Shinobu, when initially, when I saw her, right, I actually have a placeholder, because usually when I farm for characters, right, I actually have some placeholder. In this case, it's Kaya. I don't mind, because I need to actually use a character holding a sword to actually try to mix around with the artifacts to see what is happening. So initially, for fun, I wanted to run Cookie with Tenacity 4 piece. So increase hit point because she skills with hit point, then also can increase the attack as a support. Then, interestingly enough, when I roll for this particular flower, the stats came out so well. Okay, so out of fun, I actually tried the Chit Cutter, and you guys have a look. This amount of stat, 84% crit rate and 190% crit damage. And the hit point is actually fair enough because Cookie have even more hit points since her ascension is HP percent and she has more base hit point than Kaya. Then here comes the deal breaker. YouTube, you will be able to find some videos with Cookie Shinobu on a DPS build. So apparently someone actually did that on probably some private servers or this, and I recall seeing the stats that it's a C6 Cookie Shinobu with max triple crown 10 13 13. Then I believe that the critical damage was even more than mine, 200 over plus percent. I don't recall that this player used any buffs, meaning like using Kazuha as a buff or something. Then Cookie Shinobu deals damage to them, and when I saw, I was like, oh, why is the damage really on the lower end? Well, of course, this is not going to stop me from trying to build her as a DPS for fun, but of course, the legit way, the original intention for most of the part, I will probably still run her with a EM weapon for the heals and all that, because I realized that apparently there are no swords that actually give HP percent. I really do not recall there is any except for the Chit Cutter, but Chit Cutter, you know, is an expensive weapon because it's a gacha weapon. So I will probably run her with Iron Sting during showcase, then run her with more and more hit point, because right now is crit damage. I will switch off to a hit point percent, then showcase her healing capabilities, and as well as the frequency of her applying the Electro Aura. The catch here is that we never had an Electro Healer, and she fulfills the role of a healer. Then at the same time, she is also a off-field Electro Aura applier. I don't think we can really count her as a off-field sub DPS at this moment, because I really do not know. I really do not know if she can be a sub DPS, but I'm not very optimistic about it. But let's wait for the live when she is live. So probably she may become some kind of Electro Aura, I would say, application. Then probably I can make some other types of Electro charge builds, or even probably superconduct builds with her. So I'm still quite happy that she's coming out for sure. And of course, to top it off, she's cute. Who do you plan to pair with Cookie? At the moment, offhand, you know that I have done so many types of Hydro Force, Duo Force, blah blah blah, all the force. I have never actually done a legit full-fledged Electro Force, meaning all of them is pure Electro, because Electro shields, what we have right now is Beidou, but you know that you can't just go and stack hit point on Beidou to maintain that Electro shield, is just not feasible. Then right now, Cookie is coming. I finally have a actual Electro healer. Then it's possible for me to run 4 Electro characters on the safer side as well. And it will be pretty fun as well. I haven't played in a while. What is going on? Good evening, Ice Bear. This is a really good stats. Apparently, the artifacts that you don't expect them to roll with fantastic stats. Of course, when you want to roll something, there is still a side of you hoping that you may strike jackpot. But of course, it is the actual important piece that counts. So of course, I can tell you that when I was rolling this piece, there is a side of me that is hoping that, oh, please give me a very nice critical stats. Then end up, it really went into these two portions. then after looking at it, I was thinking to myself, oh, why did this not happen to my emblem pieces? Like for example, if I have this piece, it's an emblem of the 7th Fate, and I put it on Yelan, it's very applicable. It has hit point percent, it has energy recharge, or even if we just take out the hit point, just this stat alone on an emblem piece, there are a lot of characters that can make very good use of it. So, but it actually happens on the TOM set. So, oh well, fine. Maybe I can try to make some Zhongli piece here and there, Zhongli DPS out of it. I don't know. I haven't actually tried, because recently, because due to the nature of my work, I don't really have a lot of time doing a lot of different runs here and there. Cookie will be good with Raiden, Yai, and main DPS Beto. Yeah, there are a lot of ways we can try to explore. Yeah, there are definitely a lot. But like some of you, like how I mentioned earlier on, which is how will Genshin's future go, right? Will somehow depends on how they play their cards on the Dendro characters as well. Because that Dendro incoming will definitely it will not greatly, of course it will not change the whole game, how is it going to be played, but it's meant to be to add on a new interesting experience or an alternative experience for players to play something new, because we have been playing Vape, Melt, Electro Charge, Overload, Superconduct for a good 2 years already. So it's time to try out new things. But however, if that new, I don't know what intensified, or was it, what is it even called, proves to be not too useful, or the reaction effects are too insignificant, then it will probably lead to a lot of disappointment and unhappiness among the general community as well. I really hope that the introduction of Dendro will give us a new way to experience the game. Then there is always then it will actually change things on probably how we will want to build our characters, etc. providing the alternative option. One thing about talking about such providing an alternate experience, we can talk about, which is this new character Yelan, because one of the she has many reasons why she is currently so popular. I mean, aside from the strength she has, which is being a Hydro off-field sub DPS, is that she is probably, if I recall correctly, the only character in a game that 100% truly uses max hit point conversion into damage. A lot of characters you may see out there, skills with hit point. Skills with hit point we are talking about in this sense, like for example Hu Tao. But after all, they are still actually based on attack, because they are actually talking about increasing their attack, and it is used on their hit point conversion to buff their own attack. So they are still fundamentally using attack, by using hit point to scale into their attack. Kokomi, we can also see that for her case is increase charge, attack, and this one are increased based on her max HP. So this is also a conversion. But for Yelan, you don't actually see this increase. It's purely base. So attack stats is basically no effect on her, unless you choose to use normal shots on the arrow doing that white physical damage. That is attack. But otherwise, all these skills, right, are truly scale on hit point. So this makes it more F2P friendly, in a sense that a lot of players may have farmed a lot of artifacts over the months or even years you have played. You probably might have some hit point, nice looking hit point artifacts sitting there, but you couldn't find a use for it. Then it makes it easier for quite a number of players to be able to build her, and she's able to use the Favonius Warbow as well to actually sustain her ER issues as well. So that is one of the reasons why she currently is have received very favorable reviews by a lot of players and well accepted. Of course, that is what I'm hoping for in the future Genshin Impact meta. In a sense that I don't want to be always feeling very agitated or very you know, tilted about getting attacked, you must come with crit and all this blah blah blah, it has to be the perfect stats, all this. Probably I hope that they will introduce something that probably like, you know, EM or something, I don't know. Then I can probably use those artifacts that has been sitting there for a million years unused, locked. Then they can finally be put into good use. That is what I'm actually hoping for. Damn, C6 Yelan. Did I click on a constellation or something? I was so busily talking about the game, I didn't know what am I actually clicking on. So anyway, let me have a look at the chat. So I can relate. I have so much unused maiden piece with 30 plus critical value. I've seen fun gameplay of Hazel and Cookie. Can't wait for it though next week. KKK. Damn, C6 Elan. What's up? Didn't expect to see you today. I actually earlier on I was actually sharing with Angel that I actually had a pretty long day today. I'm actually physically and mentally very exhausted, but I still want to catch up with every one of you over here because last week I didn't have the opportunity to catch up with every one of you here. Then so this week I'm here. So moving on. Wait. Oh, Spiral Abyss reset. I didn't even know. Oh, that means another 600 Primo gems. Gosh. What do you think? You think C6R5 is worth it for Yelan? Actually, the fact that I C6R5 her pretty much tells you that, in my opinion, she's worth it. She's pretty ridiculously overpowered. Overpowered in the sense that, I mean, this kind of discussion usually is because we talking about C6R5 is actually how many percent of the general community will go and do that? I think probably only what 0.1%. So, but since we are on this topic, I just wanted to talk about this particular C6, right? This C6, the catch over here about her C6, right, is that this thing lasts 20 seconds. So it gives you the freedom and the option to fire it anytime you want. So assuming when you cast the elemental burst, it's not a must for you to go and fire all the 5 shots off. So you can wait for a while, maybe swap to Yomiya or something, fire her E skills, use Kazuha to swirl or something, then at the end swap back to her, because by that time your ascension will be even higher already. Then this front loaded damage, which is already there, is a massive chunk of damage. Once you fire off these 5 shots, it will really hurt really badly. Yeah, and trust me, because it's C6, is going to be damn painful. So this kind of, and of course because it is the breakthrough bulk damage, so it is a huge AoE damage as well. And then we talk about her, right? The other thing that I like is actually her Constellation 4. The Constellation 4, because this thing actually lasts 25 seconds. Basically, you can actually take it as you're permanently having it, because every time when you mark the person with the E, right, this second actually refresh. So, and the E actually cooldowns for 10 seconds, and because you are at C4, you will have 2 charges of it. It's 10 seconds cooldown, and 2 of the charge counters are independent on each other. So it's basically a permanent 40% damage increase. And so we go back to, I guess you guys already know about these 2 things. And of course, one important thing, if you guys do not know, which is this extra arrow does not count as, that is not being upgraded by the Depth Claron dice 3 levels. I don't know if you guys know or not, but this extra arrow is not elemental burst. It's just C2 extra arrow. It's not this. So you guys might want to know about this as well. But because it scales off 14% of this thing, so it's going to hurt. So if you ask me worth it or not, I can tell you for my case, because I felt that I would be using her for many situations, then I decided to just invest on it. But unfortunately, you guys already saw the R5 Primordial Jetwing Spear of Xiao. You should have known that the pulls went pretty wrong. Ito Showcase Abyss. Okay. I will do it. Definitely worth it. I think it's the most worth character to will. User experience, I can tell you guys. Okay, I cannot really 100% tell you guys as well. It might not be accurate because I personally think that I haven't tried Ito at C6, but I also don't have his R5 weapon. I'm not going to pull for it because I don't want any more memory of dust. Enough of memory of dust. That can turn into dust already. So I don't know how strong Ito will be. That's one question. But so far, from player experience, at this very moment, that her damage once she hits C6, right, is probably the highest I've ever experienced so far. That is what I can say. You guys already know that her arrows hurt. So when she has that 5 shots, it really hits like a truck, you know. I only see 0 Yelan, so I don't really know her true power. The point is that she is already damn good at C0. There is a lot of people always making comparisons about the both of them, but I believe that as by today, you guys may have already know that she actually pairs very well with Xingqiu as well. There is actually no need to compare the both of them because it never hurts to get an extra good character because we know that he is good. Getting a character who is similar to him in terms of the gameplay experience can never be a bad thing. And in overworld where she can run so fast, yeah, self-explanatory. The overall experience is really very good as well. So okay, for this floor 9, I won't be using Ito because the mobs are everywhere. I'm gonna try getting Cookie, but if I get Ito on a banner, I'm not complaining because she seems fun. Okay, yeah, line is definitely better Xingqiu in my opinion, and comparing units is getting old now. You will definitely see this ongoing over and over again. It will never get old. It's something that always happens. So I'm pretty used to it. So okay, so where is my visual? I'm just going to mess around while talking to every one of you. Losing 250-50 on this banner was depression. Oh no, my friend. I believe that this 250-50 is you are actually trying to pull for more Yelan, right? Ito is mostly good for out units in my opinion. There are some characters that when you play, right, you may actually feel that They need some form of how can I put it? They need consolations. Ito, I really feel that without this constellation 2 of these, right, the playing experience definitely feels a bit off, you know. Hey, wait, it's these two guys. What is my... Oh, okay, nice. Hey, wait, oh no, it's the Hydro dude, man. Fuck, what am I supposed to do, man? Against this guy, I completely forgot his existence already. Is Spiral Abyss got restarted? No, definitely not. Yeah, but what I wanted to say is that Ito is really very fun to play. But if when you are encountering energy recharge problems, right? Then you definitely feel like shit, you know, because your rotation cannot cycle properly. Then the thing is, they made the solution to this problem at Constellation 2. Whether general players will accept this opinion or not, that is one thing, which is I really think that Ito is not achieving the full experience. He needs to be at least at C2 if I recall correctly, which is that energy recharge constellation. Then you can have a really much smoother experience while playing him. Talking about using other characters to try to funnel his energy here and there, right? That means that you are basically copium, right? Because you are coping with it. When you need to use ER weapons like Fervonius, all this, right? These weapons help with your energy recharge, yes. Helps with your rotation, yes. But it's a low attack weapon. That means you are losing actually quite a lot of DPS. But naturally, I also can understand, which is these are still viable options. There is nothing wrong with it. But I just don't like it is that the character design, they make it the constellation is the solution to the problem they created, if you guys get what I mean. I don't know if you guys can really understand what I'm trying to put across over here, but that is how I actually feel about nowadays the constellation. The constellation is good. We can see that a lot of them, the constellations are getting better, but it also proves to you that when you look at their constellation, it already briefly tells you what is their problem already. How if you see something like constellation A gives you extra energy recharge, refunds you energy recharge, gives you an extra charge on the elemental skill, then most likely it's going to tell you that it's either you going to use a ER weapon on this particular character to supplement it while losing some DPS, or you can consider paying a bit more money or get very lucky, you know, and we have the solution for you. And this kind of thing, this kind of marketing thing, I personally don't like it. I don't know about you guys. Hello, backward out of dust. It's really been a while since I saw you, man. What's up? Busy with something? I'm so hyped for Lancelot Kusanali. Yes, I was actually discussing with some of my friends about the Lancelot Kusanali. I do have my own ideal, like, you know, those kind of image in my brain, right? How I am hoping her to look like. How would you guys actually like or wish Lancelot Kusanali to look like? Hey, wait, that end. Fuck you. Oh no, I forgot to activate the skill. You are not going to survive this. I wish there were tips to get lucky. If I knew the trick to this, right, I will definitely post it, right, and you will see that I probably get 10 million views and suddenly my subscribers will go into 100k subs. Then then I will put the secret trick to always win your 50-50s. But that is if I manage to find out the solution to this, which obviously I don't. I think the biggest trick to this game, or the biggest discovery to this game, is how to always get your character, the character you want, in 10 pools. If this such a trick can be discovered, firstly, I will have 10 million views on the video, and MiHoYo will probably go bankrupt soon. Because if everybody gets 10 pool, get their characters, they are not going to really earn a lot of money already, for sure. Which is also a bad thing, because if the game company cannot survive, we won't be able to play the game already. Okay, Abyss Lecter, Violet Lightning, okay, Wicked Torrents. Okay. So let's see. Okay, there's no need for me to change anything. For this second part, let's go with more cryo. What are they? There are some ends here and there, right? Where is Diona? I don't know, I'm just messing around. It doesn't really matter. I also started playing other games. Started working. Chit, congrats, man. Hope you are adjusting well to the new working life as well. Wait, the arrows can't hit him. Oh, my favorite guy. I must find him at all costs as always. But yeah, we talked about earlier on. We were talking about Lesser Lord personally, right? Do you guys actually have any hopes or wishes that how would you like the Lesser Lord personally to look like in terms of outer appearance, or to you, you are just purely, I don't care how she will look like, just make her super useful. That's all I ask for. Do you actually belong to this category? Where's the other last guy? It really makes me wonder what will personally actually bring to the table. Like, you know, every Archon is supposed to represent something within the game itself. Like during the Venti era, we knew that it is about the control, the stress. When we talk about Zhongli, we are talking about resistance to immunity to interruption, and also resistance to damage. That's the shields that we are talking about. Raiden Shogun, we knew that it's about energy recharge. So it makes me wonder what will personally actually bring. What kind of mechanics will we be expecting out of it? Why am I saving the elemental burst, by the way? Which constellation allow you to do 2 flowers with Ganyu? If I recall correctly, it should be Constellation 2, which is the what Qilin flower. I don't know what's the name. What's that flower called? It gives you 2 charges. C4 of Ganyu is during the Celestial Shower. The longer the enemy is trapped inside the blizzard, they will take more and more damage. Then of course C6, you know, the instant release of the charge shot 2 times every time when you use your E skill. Oh. Sure you can survive this? But actually for Gan Yu wise, until today I still haven't actually pulled for the C6. And one very interesting thing is that today I received a comment from one of the viewers, right? The viewer actually was telling me, hey, why not you go and pull for C6 Sangunomiya Kokomi? Then I was like, huh? Pull for C6 Kokomi? I don't think I'll be able to do that, man. Stonehide Lava Throw. Okay, so it is time for my Ore-sama Makasero to come on the stage. What is the part? What is the part 2? Part 2 is something which some thunder guy or something. It says that Claymore characters will do more damage, right? Okay, so Claymore characters it is. Okay, fine. Let's go, baby. I hope I didn't change my artifacts because I honestly cannot remember what artifacts are they actually wearing. What does C6 Kokomi even do? It gives you like what 40% hydro damage bonus or something if I recall correctly. When you are actually attacking. Oh wait. Oh wait, what? They just die and I cannot even do the rotation properly, man. Okay, wait, there's more. Okay. How many more? Oh no, this is the big one. I think I recall I only played this like once only. I can't even remember who is actually inside. I don't feel like using his elemental burst, man. I just know she's good at base. Raiden time to shine. Oh yeah, but let's just choose something a bit different today. Right. Oh wait, that guy just completely ignored my presence. Okay, fine. Ah? These guys are completely screwing up my rotations, man. Ah. Claymore characters for the win, man. For this floor 11. Character defense plus another 30%. Well done. I like this. Who is this? Oh. Wait, what the fuck is that? Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, just dying that way. I cannot play properly, man. Oh no. Holy shit. I'm pretty tempted to actually go for the cons 6 for Ito. Wait, why is my character not switching across? Wait. Whoa. Is there supposed to be a mirror maiden or something? Oi.
みんなは俺が守る。運命よ、ここにいでよ。判決を下す。
C6 Ito is waiting for. Okay, everyone, answer me this question truthfully. Do you guys really want to see me do live stream pulls? I mean, for C0, I will not, because I will be focusing on doing the showcase. But if I ever decide that I want to go for extra constellations, are you guys ever interested in such kind of content?
揺らぐことなし。創世の術。血人。俺につけ。と。ジオの通りだ。あら。
Oh.
どりゃ。オラオラオラ。
Oh no, you can see that they are getting unhappy with me already.
天道万象。酒。俺様に任せろ。
Is it worth it? It's a very complicated answer though. In most cases, I will tell you, if you are not going to pull for the Rayhorn Stone Treasure and you want to run him at C0, probably there are better options for you to play. Really. Wait, why is my... Ah, there we go, man. We need to be quick. How dare you? What does this actually even do, man? Can they be pooped? And can I shoot them from this distance? Okay, okay. God damn it. Okay. Time to die. A pooling live stream, that must be fun. Would they be would they be on the day of the update or on Thursday? Because usually, aside from, do you guys notice that this current 2.7, right, is actually released on a Tuesday? Usually the updates for Genshin Impact is on, as far as I played the game for so long, it always happens on a Wednesday. Only 2.7 so far. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but for sure it happened on a Tuesday, this 2.7. Then the most interesting thing is, if you guys realize that during when the delay was they acknowledged the delay, they actually told us that there will be a compensation weekly for the delay, and it will be, I think there was a sentence behind talking about it will prorate accordingly on until when it is released. Then you realize that 1 week before it released on a Wednesday, we received a 400 Primo Gem compensation along with some other I don't know, racings or whatever. Then 6 days later, the game was released, 2.7. On Wednesday, I was actually expecting to receive another compensation package prorated, because 1 day ma, nothing. Then I think, okay, maybe delay. And until today, Yelan's banner is going to end already. Nothing. So they are not going to compensate me the remaining 6 days. I'm not a cheapskate, you know. I can pull for 6 R5, no problem. But to me, is you have to deliver what you promise. That is probably I didn't bring up in previous live stream, but that's the thing I actually wanted to also mention. I don't know if you guys actually noticed, or is there any other reasons of why this actually happened. But I honestly felt was that where did the other 6 days of delay compensation went to? Not that I need that 300 plus Primo Gems, but the truth is, you promise you should be delivering it. That is, at least in my opinion, what they should be doing. I already have Albedo. And Zhongli as 5-star Geo unit, but Geo Traveler doesn't count. Having Albedo and Zhongli, right? Because the truth is, I can really tell you that, you know, Zhongli and Albedo, their geoparticle generation is pretty random. So even and for Albedo wise, you probably will need that what is it they call it, Cinnabar spindle on him. Probably that is what you will equip on him. And if you actually have Goro, then probably you might put a Favonius Warbow, put the Favonius Lens on him. Then I can still tell you that even if at C0, right, if your artifact rolls don't have sufficient energy recharge on him, you will still encounter the cycling issues, because you know that these three characters, right, they are not like something like Xingqiu or Constellation 1 year land that can generate like what 4 hydro particles or 5 hydro particles, this kind of level, you see, and his cost is what 70. So once Ito is unable to use his burst, right, you really lose a lot of DPS, because they don't do as much damage as Ito. That is for sure. They can still do damage, yes, but you really need Ito to have his burst ready for most of the time. In earlier days where I ran Ito but I didn't have the Favonius Wobble, some of you actually saw that my Ito actually still has energy recharge problems because my artifact rolls just happen to suck. So that is why I have the Favonius Wobble on him previously. Then until last night's run where I did the Mondstadt run, right, then actually I changed the Favonius Wobble to Venti. Is Goro good with Noelle? When Noelle has her burst, of course it's good. But Noelle needs a battery. Noelle doesn't generate any particles from her skills. You wouldn't want... I don't know if you would want to pair a Ningguang with her or not. I don't know if that is what you want to do, because Ningguang's that Jade Shield does generate quite a number of particles. But for her case it's even worse, because at least the Ushi actually, when he throws that, right, it generates geo particles. For her it's a flat no particles at all. So her energy is even more, she's even more energy hungry. So he cannot really be a battery, because you know the flag has what quite a cooldown, and the particles is not a lot as well, if I recall. He's absolutely broken with C6 combined with her. Yes, when you are able to keep up with the energy recharge, right, Noelle's damage is spectacular. That is for sure. In the past, a lot of people should have seen before, Noelle's damage is actually decent if your expectation maintained as a 4-star. So for her case, once you have her fully built, and when you pair with Goro, who actually gives all the geo buffs, defensive buffs, the crit damage, etc., she actually can become really monster. That is for sure. What is he using? No idea. What is she wearing? Okay, I have a rough idea. I don't really feel like using my brain today, so let's go with something. If you pair Noelle and Yunjing and Goro with a Favonius Bow, you won't have issues with energy on Noelle, given that you have at least energy. Yup, the last sentence you have just said, right, is the key thing. Because there are a lot of times when we want to share about this kind of thing, right, every player's account and what artifacts they have matters. In my case, right, my artifacts suck. My artifacts suck so badly that for my Ito, right, if I don't have the Constellation tool, I'm as good as dead, you know. Because the artifacts just refuse to give me energy recharge, as in those with the good rolls or this, which kind of suck, you know. That is RNG of the artifact. What bow are you actually using, bro? Oh, this event bow. Okay.
様に任せろ。お前の出番だぜ。あら。天理チョーク。揺らぐことな。避けた進軍。で。
Where is the other guy? Oh no! Why is he always in the air?
創世の術、偉業を見届けよ。天道、ここにあり。先生こっちで。鬼の狂気乱舞。お前の出番だぜ。
Ayato is among the character that has better VA in English. I didn't switch to VA, so sorry, switch to English, so I honestly have zero idea.
総流水泳。せよし。神里流。水。雨描きがたし。この剣はわかるかい。捕まえた。
You do review. I have a very lucky pure F2P account. If you have a what I say, if you want me to do review, you can share your UID over here, then place the character artifacts that you actually have it that you wanted to showcase for every one of us. Then we can do a review together to see the insane luck that you actually have. After previously looking at some of you guys artifacts, right, I already have resigned to fate that my luck is really in the bottom of the abyss probably. Hey, wow, why are you so angry, man? Chill. How does it feel to be trapped like here?
鬼の狂気乱舞。関東牛。どりゃ。オラオラ。あら。
Fuck you. I'll gladly show you my dual account on NA. Not Ayato, in Itos. So is Ito or Ayato? I have never really heard their English VA before, so I'm really not too sure, man. Please view my official send after this for sake of bragging. My live stream session is always open to everyone who wants to showcase. I'll put it in a better way. Showcase what they actually have. You know, sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. And honestly, you know, for my case, when I see that you guys have those pretty insane roles, right, I will get very depressed, you know. Like I spent so much money and time on this game and I am getting nonsense, you know. Bloody hell. That is damn sad, you know. It's been so long since I ran a proper Geo team. Because there was not a lot of opportunity that we can actually do. Hey, is he going to do the rocket jump already, bro? No, he's not, bitch. Come on, just do it. Fuck you. What an asshole wasting my time, man. Okay, this is the real deal. Okay, I see.
どの目が出るかしら。はっ、歌よ錦と。
安らかに総流水泳。
かかれ。捕まえた。
We'll have mostly all Joe characters by then. I'm looking forward to the next weapon banner so I can finally build a competent Ning. Oh, so you are the one of the players who actually wanted to get a memory of dust. Or for myself, right? I actually don't want any more memory of dust, man. It's actually I don't know, man. Looking at the memory of dust just makes my memory goes into dust. Wow, wait, I have a R4 memory of dust. You know, I really don't use this weapon at all. Aside from this thing looks like what Zhongli is holding, and it has a very pretty significant meaning for the lore itself, right? In terms of usage wise, I really don't use this weapon at all. Okay, so let's have some chill sessions looking at some of our fellow travelers' items. And oh yes, there was one thing I wanted to say also. Hello Kearney, if you can still hear me, it's always good to have you here. I actually missed out some of the chats above. Okay, let me see. Okay, I have Haris on my account, so let's have a look at Haris. There is another one which is by Praka. Praka, can you see my above UID? Let me have a look. No, not at all. No, I can't see your UID, man. Okay, I can see that you have a visual, but wait, what kind of sense? What kind of sense are we going to see over here, my friends? Whoa, 14.8 times 2 gives you what? No, oh wait, 17.9 crit rate. 30. Wait, that is a what? 50 over percent critical value item, isn't it? Or is my math failing over here? Wait, 30, 17, 18. It's 18. It's very close to. Oh wait, I need a calculator. My brain is failing right now. 17.9 times 2. Let's see. Wait, how do you get a crit rate that is so damn high? 17.9 times 2 gives you 35.8. 35.8 plus 14.8. Oh, it's a 50.6 CV cents. Okay. You know, this 2%, usually what I will expect is the critical damage, this 14.8 to be the crit rate, and this 17.9% should be the crit damage for most of the cases. That is why on first hand I was actually trying to multiply the 14.8 times 2. Then I realized that the crit rate is 17.9, is even higher than the crit damage, and considering there was already one roll on the critical damage because you don't start off at 14.8, right? So this probably came at 4 stats, and he probably got the almost highest end of the rolls for each roll. That is really a big jackpot, man. Oh, it's really insane, man. Sounds like me with Skyward Atlas but on my main account. Memory of Dust is not really bad, right? You just have to balance your crit rate. The thing is that there are a lot of ways we can try to balance out a character using, because that is the idea of a team comp, which is if a character doesn't have enough attack, then you can use like supportive characters to buff their attack, such as for example we have Bennett. So attack is never really a super big issue. But critical rate, we can only achieve it in more niche situation, which is having a cryo resonance. Cryo resonance, and as well as certain characters, like for example Rosaria, can boost your critical rate based on her critical rate. As far as I can remember, is Rosaria. I cannot remember who are the other characters that can boost your crit rate. If you can remember, please tell me. Probably one of them should be Mona's Constellation. Mona's Constellation should have one of them, which is to boost on the crit rate. But you know, Constellation being Constellation, yeah. When this one is affected by Omen, their crit rate is increased by 15%. That was one of the reasons why Morgana is so broken in the past, because this thing also gives you crit rate, yeah. So this also gives you crit rate. So we know that there are not a lot of sources that you can get your crit rate from, aside from getting them lucky with your artifact rolls to try to balance it out, and of course the other alternative, which is through the weapon substat. So Memory of Dust, when we talk about this item giving you attack, it really gives you fantastic amount of attack, really, because this thing, when you stack up, you have a shield, it also makes your shield even stronger, then gives you so much attack buff. It's a cool thing, it's good. But the thing is, when you are holding Memory of Dust, how much critical rate and critical damage do you think you can achieve? That is the question, which is very much more challenging to balance compared to trying to balance the attack stat. That is why, for my case, I don't usually like items with attack substat. We, strictly speaking, we know it is possible to balance, but you guys at the same time know that it is damn painful to roll for critical stats in artifact pieces. And attack, all this kind of thing can be resolved pretty easily with just Bennett. So that is why I'm not calling this bad, so don't get me wrong. But for sure, in my own preference, this is not my priority weapon, for sure. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's have a look, man. After looking at the insane sense, right, we must have a look at Praka's account. So let's have a look together. Praka mentioned that he's a free-to-play player with very lucky stats. So it's A15, 181, A57. I mainly want it for Ning cost 4 star at pretty low base attack. Hey, hello Eddie Jr. It's actually a legit concern, because for 4 star characters, they do have pretty low attack. And of course, to be very fair, right, when you equip the Memory of Dust on Ning Guang, right, it looks aesthetically fantastic. At least to me, it matches her, you know, rather than having her holding on what do you actually call that, the Kokomi's weapon. I all of a sudden I cannot remember what is the name already. Sometimes outlook matters, you know. So I don't belong to the type that I will deny people's opinion, but just don't take it as I'm always agreeable all the time. That's for sure. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, this is Keqing. You can see the details. This is a free-to-play account, from my understanding. 61.4 with 201% crit rate, 100% energy recharge with 46% electro damage bonus. So can I assume that you might be wearing the Thunder Suda set? Okay, let's see what is the weapon. Oh, this is a Lion's Roar weapon. Lion's Roar, okay. Wait, I accidentally adjusted the volume. Okay, let's see. It's a Refinement 5. Oh, wait, no, it's 2-piece Gladiator and 2-piece Nobilis Oblige. Okay. Let's have a look. Critical damage with 6.6 critical rate. Wait, Keqing's Ascension should be critical damage, right? Where are you getting the 61% crit rate if you are wearing a 62.2% crit damage circlet? Where are you getting the crit rate? I'm pretty interested to see what is going on with this build already. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have a 12.8% crit rate electro damage bonus. This doesn't have critical damage, and this player actually achieved over 200% critical damage without a crit stat weapon. Okay, with 10.5% attack. Nice. Oh, so here is where the critical damage actually came in as well. 28.8% critical damage. That's oh wow, I can see that one of the roles actually went into the HP percent. It would be nice if he actually went into either one of them, but it is already, in terms of when we look at it, it looks fantastic enough. Very nice, very nice sense. Okay, let's have a look at this. Okay. Oh wait, for a moment I thought this is the crit rate and this is the crit damage. So we have another similar case where we have a critical rate of 17.9%. Holy shit! How are you guys actually getting this kind of critical rate 17.9%? I'm obviously pretty speechless on how insane you guys' luck can be. Okay, nice. And the last one, the flower. Oh, damn. 12.8% crit rate and 14.8% critical damage is a really good piece of flower as well. So we can see that all these pieces have really pretty fantastic roles, and it's a lion's roar. So we need to achieve this level of luck to actually achieve this amount of stats for, and we consider once again, like I say, it's a free-to-play player. The luck here, the factor, right, is strong, you know. It's really very strong. Constellation 0. Talents level 1099. Okay, so let's go and see the next up. What were the crit stats? The crit stats for this player is at 61.4%. Holding on to R5 Lion's Roar, so no critical stats coming out from the weapon. So all the stats itself, aside from her ascension, which is, I recall, is critical damage, everything comes just from this, and the player is also using a critical damage circlet as well. So the rolls are really very insane. Okay, let's have a look at the Hu Tao. 69.5, 186.3. Okay, so I presume that might not be holding on to a Staff of Homa. Probably that Xiangling's weapon. What is that weapon again? Dragon's Bane or something? Oh, has 300 elemental mastery as well. Oh, this Hu Tao is going to hit pretty hard though. It should be Dragon's Bane. Yes, correct. And it's refinement rank 2. Okay, her ascension is critical damage as well. So how are you getting the 69.5% critical rate? Okay, let's see. Shimenawa's Reminiscence. Okay. Okay. Whoa, wow. Whoa, what is this? And it has HP substat as well. Flat HP, but still good enough. Elemental Mastery. Oh, so this player actually got a really strong roll on the critical damage. I believe that for most of the players, when you roll on a critical rate circlet, when you hit up to 25.7, more than 90% of the community will be pretty pleased about it. That's at least what I would like to think as well. Pyro damage bonus. Has Elemental Mastery. Awesome. Considering it is a goblet, this player actually managed to get a critical rate and critical damage, and for, okay, attack is not the scaling is not very effective on Hu Tao, but at least it's not a dead stat like, for example, getting a flat defense on Hu Tao. It has still some users. So we can see that all these 4 stats are actually useful. We can still conclude that it is a useful stat for her. And of course, the luck is strong over here, man. I'm pretty impressed. And if you consider she is not holding on to Staff of Homa, has 29k hit point, I would say it's a very good. Oh wow, wow. 12.8% critical rate with with 13.2% critical damage. Wow. Free-to-play player have more luck, is it? Then probably I might stop spending into this game, huh? Yeah. I'm salty, you know, guys. Okay, let's see this. Oh my god, this is an insane piece for Hu Tao, man. HP percent. Okay, obviously, it's a solid stat for Hu Tao because conversion. Elemental Mastery. We know Elemental Mastery is useful for her. Crit rate 10%. Crit damage 19.4. Holy. I mean, Hu Tao for nearly 2 years now. She is never out of my team. I see. Yeah, this feather is really insane. For this one, although we know that it is on Hu Tao and attack scaling isn't extremely effective on her, but ask any player out there, we just take Hu Tao out of the picture, right? Because this piece of artifact looks like, it just looks pleasing to you, you see. All you see is just critical damage and attack. It's not like critical damage, critical rate, flat defense, then flat hit point, you know, those kind of flower. So this kind overall is how long did it took you to farm all these artifacts, man, my friend? It's really pretty impressive considering you are a free-to-play player, you know. Okay, let's have a look at Praka's Constellation. It's a Constellation 1 at a sweet spot where it makes Hu Tao's gameplay mechanism comfortable. So I will say that I do not know if you really got damn lucky and got 2 copies of her, or something good really happened, or you actually save for her. But C1 is a sweet spot. So that is what for most people who want to experience more of Hu Tao should consider getting. Talent levels 10, 10, and 9. Also, so this has not been maxed yet, okay. Next we have Venti. How is this Venti having so much attack? 2445 attack. So is this a crit type Venti? Not really. Animal damage bonus. Okay, let's have a look. The energy recharge is at 154. Aimer's bow. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Actually got a 9.3 crit rate and with a on a crit damage circlet. Yeah, I can see that the remaining rolls all went into energy recharge. Okay. For most cases, goblet wise, right? As long as to me you have the correct aligning animal, as in the elemental goblet for your character, and it actually came with crit damage, to me, I will default consider them as a good goblet, because it's farming the goblet which corresponds to the set that you need, and getting both crit and crit damage at the same time is a pretty challenging task, at least in my personal opinion. Okay, we have a look at the sense. Oh wow, this is another 17.5% crit rate. Then once again, we'll need to re-emphasize that this player's account that we are looking right now is a F2P player. So everything is through pure insane time, effort, and luck. So yep. And in my own account, I never had any single artifact piece that has hit this amount of critical rate before. No, not even one. So perhaps it's time for me to, consider writing into MiHoYo to share my concerns on this kind of discrepancy, and 17.5, nice roll. 6.6, 19.4, okay. And the last one, oh, this is another 14% crit rate on. I believe that all these of your artifacts in due time, when you actually can mix around, right? Because they all have pretty insanely highly rolled stats into one of the parts, right? When you try to mix and match around on some future characters, right? Maybe you can get some nice magical formula on it. Okay, I saw the Chit having the C2. Probably is this one of the. Okay, this is probably not what we are looking for. Kujo Sara. So Kujo Sara, are these characters behind you wanted me to have a look as well? Please let me know. We have an Albedo with a 2500 defense as well. Cineba Spindle. Okay, let's have a look at this. We know that after when Cineba Spindle came out, you can no longer. Okay, we cannot say you can no longer, but Harbinger of Dawn is more of like no longer the first choice for many users due to the existence of that Brief Hound, which bleeds you through shields. Then you actually lose the passive effect of the Harbinger of Dawn. So default nowadays, many players, not all of course, many players who actually has the weapon. For those who are newer or didn't have the opportunity to participate in the event, didn't got Cineba Spindle, then of course it's unfortunate. So Albedo having lower critical stats, right, to me it's a pretty normal thing. So let's have a look at what is on the artifacts. This artifact is obviously something that to me is pleasing to the eye, because I can see that the defense is 13.9%. Energy recharge is not really a very important stat on Albedo. As you guys know, his burst only costs 40 energy. But having one rolls hitting onto the crit damage, and also a few rolls, I will presume at least 1 or 2 rolls on the defense itself. 2 rolls probably, or 1. It's actually a pretty nice roll, I would say. Let's see. I like this. It gives me hopeful heart. Has nice crit rate, has nice crit damage. It's a geo damage bonus goblet, and has the defense stats as well. And Albedo has split scaling. His burst that has nothing to do with the defense, and his E skills on his defense. So it's pretty cool that you have both aspects actually answered. Do you actually think Albedo needs ER cost rotation team? In this case, right, it really depends. If you were to strictly ask me this question, I will default always tell you that characters shouldn't be default on 100% ER. There must be always some form of at least 1 or 2 stats of energy recharge whenever possible. Because 40 energy then when you run with Zhongli, right, if you don't run with the Favonius lens, a refinement 5 Favonius lens, sometimes the energy recharge cannot keep up. Because I presume that your, I don't know, let me see, your Zhongli is what constellation? It's constellation 0. He can only place 1 pillar. His pillar particles are random. Sometimes it comes out, sometimes it doesn't come out. It's the same thing with the solar isotoma. Is that the correct name? Solar isotoma, correct. So that is why I was mentioning about duo team wise, right? Once there will be rotations, you will feel that you have a lot of energy, and there will be rotations you suddenly feel that you don't have enough energy. That is the two things about them. For Zhongli wise, usually you will be putting, oh, you actually went with the Black Cliff. I thought you went with a Favonius lens. So for his case, right, because your Zhongli is C0, you cannot summon 2 pillars. Less of the resonance effect, those, you know, those geostructures resonating and generate particles as well. So your albedo having 118.8, I think is actually fine, because at least he should be able to keep up to a certain extent with the energy recharge, right? To make sure that this, I don't know, is this one or this one. One of the, when he released the burst, actually gives 125 energy, elemental mastery to go off before your rotation is complete. I don't really think that he should be going completely 0 energy recharge. That is what I want to say. Unless your Zhongli actually has a high refinement Favonius lens for more added insurance for the energy rotation, I would say. I'm jealous of that goblet. Any of the goblets, I've already mentioned up team times that goblet wise, right, the moment when you have both stats and it is aligned with your character's element, right, default I will take it. I will always say that it's a good one. So we have a look at this. It has energy recharge, so this is where the energy recharge came from. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the crit rate, but you know, RNG is RNG. That's fine. There's only that much we can do. Elemental mastery, we know that crystallize, how strong the shields partially can be boosted by elemental mastery, but using the, as in trying to depend on crystallized reaction is, for most of the part, is copium, so I will default tell you that EM currently at this very moment as we speak, right, is not a very useful stat for albedo, at least in my opinion. Critical damage is awesome though, 21.8 is, I will still say is a pretty nice one. But of course, I do hope that if the elemental mastery went into the crit rate, it will be nicer. But there's only that much we can ask for. Your feather is in the right spot. It's all in the right stats. Most of the part we need albedo is the solar isotoma. You cannot be doing your burst all the time because it has cooldown. So, and of course, when you are holding this, you choose to hold the Cinnabar spindle, that means you are already investing into the E rather than the Q. So in such cases, this is a compatible and a good feather for your albedo. So I would say it's a nice feather as well. Okay, last, let's have a look. Oh, there is some attack, not a completely dead weight stat, because the elemental burst still can benefit from it. Has flat defense. I will still say it's better than nothing rather than having a hit point over here for him. Nice crit rate and nice critical damage, and this forms up your full Hearts of Opulent Dreams. Nothing much, nothing better that I can ask for from a F2P player's perspective. Raiden Shogun, what is she holding? Oh, rank 5 the catch. See Zhongli's circlet too. Okay, let's see. Oh, are you guys on the live stream actually Looking at this. Oh, I got to go right now. Goodbye and see you in the next live stream. I will come back and join your world with an Ito. Oh, so if next week you guys are want to crash into my party with your newfound Ito, go ahead. After when I am doing live stream, you guys can request to come in and show off your Ito anytime, man. Bro, what the fuck? This I think I completely lost faith in humanity already. No, not humanity. Lost my faith in Hoyo or Genshin already. How does this kind of artifact can exist? How many as in we will talk about it in the pyramid shape, right, where the top is the 0.0001. I don't know how many zeros is there, right? Probably might have a cross 20% crit rate. But we take that out of the equation. This thing alone, right, I can already tell you that I don't think 1% of the population actually has this kind of circlet, which also comes with defense. Haha. Oh. For Zhongli wise, right, this one is not a very important stat, but at least you still have the flat hit point. And 18.3% crit rate is simply just ridiculous, you know. How do we even calculate? I don't know if this kind of item has a crit CV value or not. If you go and calculate, if we go and try to calculate, right, is this CV going to hit 100 already? It's going to hit 100 already, right? 18.3 times 2 gives you what? 36.6. 36.6 should be what? 98.8. I don't think this kind of CV actually exists. I don't know, but oh my god, this is utterly ridiculous, man. What kind of luck do you have, bro? Yeah, what you just say is the truth, man. Having this kind of insane roll on a single piece of artifact, right? When you want to go and build some other characters, right, it can really offset a lot of so-called burden on you when you try to form a new 4-piece for future characters. All this, it really takes off a lot, because 18.3, because crit rate caps at 100%. There is no limit to crit damage. Of course, diminishing return exists, but we really talk about crit rate. You only need to hit 100%. That is the goal. Then this thing alone is almost 1/5 of what you need to achieve. Just one single piece. The luck is too insane over here. It's too ridiculous. Okay, let's see the Raiden Shogun. Okay. 55.9, because this has the catch, right? So we need to actually include 12% over here as well. So we are 12%. That is about 67.9 and 158. So we think about it, when you see a Raiden has 67% crit rate and 158% crit damage, that is actually a pretty strong Raiden already, you know. 266. This is also very strong, though. Because earlier on we have been looking so much of those huge amount of critical damage and huge amount of crit rate, right? Suddenly when we come back to Raiden, who doesn't have any crit stats to begin with, and default needs to hold the energy recharge weapon, right? This may offhand makes you feel that, oh, it's on the low end, but when you think back about it, right, this kind of stats, right, actually is pretty strong for a Raiden Shogun. I recently improved my Raiden Shogun build. If you want to check it out, I will do so immediately after we have a look at this Raiden. Okay, it's 46.6, holding on to the catch. So we need to default factor in 12% crit rate during elemental burst, because the thing is, she is a burst based character. Yep. So Emblem of Severed Fate, self-explanatory. Everybody knows she will be using this. Oh, wow. 23.3. Oh. Ho 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 ho. Ho. That's insane. Okay. I like your circlet. I like it. Okay, so is this going to be some insane electro goblet? Let's see together. What the fuck is this, man? What the fuck is this, man? It has energy recharge as well. These are 4 useful stats. Bro, you use up, how much luck did you actually use up, man? This is 8.6 and 21.8. Oh my god, it's so good. I also want an electro damage bonus goblet that looks like this, man. That comes with energy recharge, then also has this kind of crit stats and also gives attack. Oh my god. Actually, people don't believe me on F2P part because I got lucky on Raiden ban. I got 4 Raiden in 220 wishes and on 25. Wait, your Raiden is what? Oh, your Raiden is Constellation 3. But I can believe because you are not holding on to engulfing lightning. I can still tell myself is because for spenders, people who are spending into the money, if you already spend money to pull a character up to Constellation 3 already, it wouldn't make sense for you to not pull for the engulfing lightning, you see. But that is a spender's mentality. Because the engulfing lightning is the BIS for her, aside from the catch. So I can believe that for your case, you have gotten really very lucky with the Primo Gems that you save. So yeah. So we have just witnessed a pretty insane electro goblet. Let's see what is on the sense. Ah, okay. I feel at least less tilted. Your sense doesn't have critical rate. Ah, I feel my faith in the humanity has restored by 1%. Okay, trash talking aside, but apparently this domain is pretty rigged. I believe that those who have been following my stream have heard me mentioning multiple times that apparently it's very hard to get a good energy recharge storm cage out of that goddamn Momiji domain. With the domain is utterly shit hole, you know. Yeah, so people don't want to believe, then it's just too bad for them. As long as you know and this account you can achieve a lot of things with it, being an F2P player, be proud of it, man. But of course, I must mention that your luck is not a normal average player will have. That is for sure. Normal players don't have this kind of luck with the pulls and both artifacts. You see, you just take a look as I am talking halfway. This kind of feather can just appear in my face. For the best thing about this kind of, let's not even talk about the crit or these 4 useful stats on an artifact piece. I absolutely don't know what else can I ask for in this artifact piece though, as the energy recharge has good crit damage, has attack percent as well. Nothing more we can ask for, man. This feather is fantastic as well. Then the last one. Okay, let me see. Let's go. Oh. Okay. Actually, when I look at this, right, this kind of percentage, like 7.4, 21.8, right, the moment when I manage to get this kind of stats on a particular piece of artifact, right, I will be pretty happy already. Of course, maybe to those who always have insane luck, they are always expecting is like 10% crit, 20% critical damage. But for my case, I already will put this type of artifacts into good use already. Flat attack, of course, it's a slight pity, but it's not this stat because attack is a usable stat. It's an effective stat on Raiden Shogun. So overall, Okay, we can see that this is a C3 Raiden. That was goddamn insane. The priority of the talents are leveled correctly as well, 110-3, because this one can basically, you can don't waste resource on it unless you are like me, nothing better to do there, I go and raise it. Yeah, so yeah. So we can see that this is a bro, someday you should really go and get the engulfing lightning, man. Serious. Then hopefully you will get a good storm cage out of it soon to balance back the missing 12% crit rate. Considering your luck is so insane, your Raiden can easily be one of the most insane Raiden that out in the Genshin community, bro. Okay, I think we have completed the review for a Praka's account, free to play account, re-emphasize. That is, oh, I'm pretty speechless on how insane, because we can see that for once, sometimes you can get really very lucky on one piece of artifact, but getting lucky on so many pieces of artifact is probably one of the rarer cases that we can see. We don't really see this very often. Okay, let's have a look at Angel's Raiden Shogun. Okay, I can see that 19k. Let's have a look. Oh, this 61.4 and 160% crit damage. I know you are holding on to engulfing lightning. 283% energy recharge as well. That is solid, man. But did I see something wrong? No electro damage bonus. So you must have used so this should be an attack goblet right now, yeah? Oh, holy, what is this? Energy recharge on engulfing lightning means more damage, more recharge, more electro damage bonus, more attack. Good stat. 26.4% critical damage. Okay, sure. Wow. Attack 5.8%. Oh, holy. Okay, just as I expected, this is the attack. Has no crit rate, but I believe maybe in the near future you might be able to get it. But however, energy recharge converts into multiple functions for Raiden, so getting energy recharge on any part of the artifact itself wearing on Raiden is actually very useful. Converts into elemental damage bonus, you guys know it. Then also if you are holding on to engulfing lightning, also converts into more attack for her, so it's both scalings. Pretty insane. Storm cage. Oh, so apparently this kind of storm cage does exist. Probably it just doesn't exist in my domain, probably. I think 5 minutes ago I was still talking about getting a good storm cage out of that domain. Is probably that shithole, and here I am looking at a crit rate, crit damage. Okay, nice one, nice. Okay, Sundered Feather. Okay, we can see that the crit rate is on the higher end, 14.4. I like it because for me, you guys know I always prioritize crit rate whenever possible. You cannot, there's no point in stacking crit damage when you don't crit. The 70% crit rate in this game doesn't feel like 70%, trust me. It probably feels like 50%. Even 80% sometimes feels a bit too unreliable. It is unreliable when it matters. When you need that particular hit to go on to crit, it doesn't crit. That is the catch. Nice one. Okay, the last piece. Oh, this is actually pretty similar to my own piece though. I'm the, oh my god. So you actually managed to obtain this kind of flower as well. Holy shit, 32.6% critical damage is that is a really really fantastic roll, man. But to be real honest, right, I really like your Storm Cage a lot, and also your Circlet. So okay, just for everyone's just to let you guys know, this is a Constellation 6 Raiden Shogun. The experience playing with her is actually pretty nice though. Of course, as always, I'm not encouraging to pull. Do manage the pulls within what you can what you can afford lah. That is what I'm going to say Okay, 6, 12, 13. The Raiden Shogun has significantly improved, and improved a lot, seriously. Okay, let's have a look at the chat. Thanks for at least believing I'm F2 people don't normally do. Some people are really just lucky that way. Truth, that's the truth, man. Hi Ion, I'm on my 2-month internship, just came home from my shift. Hey, by the way, Wilton, congratulations on hitting AR 60. And I know you're a Yomiya main. Hopefully Yomiya banner will come soon so that you can get some new constellations or something. Anything, man. This artifact looks crazy. Ban this person. Took me months to get that piece. Haha. What the fuck? That is my dream piece. I'ma go darkness. I got stuff to do. Okay, man. Take care, my friend. I spent months trying to get this build, so I'm quite proud. Haha. Yeah, it's really that is earlier on why I say that when we look at Raiden Shogun's critical stats, right? 150+% along with 60 something over close to 70% stats, right? For most of the characters, it may look mediocre, like okay, but for Raiden, it's actually a good stat, because you can see that from Angel's case or even from Praka's case, right? They actually have really pretty insane pieces on their characters already, but because Raiden herself doesn't come with any critical stats, and also the weapon doesn't give, so you actually need this kind of combined luck all together to actually form up a nice crit rate and crit damage ratio, which brings me back to earlier on that I was actually talking about Memory of Dust, because that item gives you attack. So you need to have pretty good luck rolls on the particular character, right, to have some nice critical stats, because currently we don't really have a lot of means and ways, right, to boost the character's critical rate or critical damage. There are not a lot of options, you see, until perhaps in future they have some new artifacts or new characters, right, that when this character use burst, all your characters gain 30% crit rate for what, 25 seconds, or this kind of copium thing, you know. But currently I don't think they will actually do that but you guys get what I mean because to me, solving attack is always on the easier end, because there is the Pyro Archon over here. Yeah, solving Raiden's one is also manageable because you have Kujo Sara. So that's the gist that I was wanting to put across about it. So anyway, I mentioned that it will be a short stream today, and also next week it will be Ito and Cookie Shinobu's banner by the time when I stream. So during the live stream, if you want to drop by, crash into my world with your newfound Cookie Shinobu Ito, feel free to do so, or feel free to come over to the chat to say hi, flex your artifacts, flex your new builds, anything. That is what this stream is actually here for. So anyway, thank you everyone for your time once again. Thank you to all my channel members as well. I love you all for all the support, and thank you for everyone who has consistently supporting my stream. I really appreciate. So once again, if your day is starting out, I wish you guys a beautiful day ahead, and if your day is coming to an end, I wish you a good night's rest. This is IonStorm. Peace out. Good night.